Bulletcast for life.
This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Bulletcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bulletcast, the only sports recreational podcast that is simply just too sweet. I'm your host, the modern-day Mamba Raj, until that boy Jinder Mahal drops that WWE Championship. I'm joined in studio by the Canadian Destroyer Brandon and the California Kid Mitchell. How's it going there, guys?
It's going good. It's going good.
All right, you.
Yeah, it's going wonderful.
It's going wonderful.
Delightful.
The three of us are here to provide you with that performance-enhancing audio that you guys love so much. So,
Performance-enhancing audio. I like that. I like
you
that.
see, I'm out here.
He's got it.
We're a clean show.
We're a clean show. Let's.
No performance enhancement needed.
Ooh.
Let's
Let's get it started. But before we get started, I'd like to address all the natural disasters that have been going on, some of the wildfires that have been happening here on the West Coast, and of course, hurricanes Irma and Harvey. We send our thoughts, prayers, and condolences to the people who have been affected by all these natural disasters. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's my phone.
Uh-oh.
You guys stay safe.
You owe someone a beer now.
Oh no.
That's the rule.
You guys stay safe. Yes. All right. Let's get into it. Does the Bull Club have a new member?
Daniel Bryan.
Haku's kid?
Daniel Bryan.
Haku's other kid.
CM Punk.
The big one.
Oh. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Tonga.
Yeah.
Brother. Leo Tonga?
Yes.
Leo Tonga. That guy's huge.
He is huge. I guess
He makes Bad Luck Fale look small.
he really does. I guess they got a new guy.
I mean, hey, why not keep the brothers together?
I know.
I mean,
Some new good brothers.
Some new good brothers, yes. All right, Christy Hemme, you guys maybe remember her from her stint in WWE, of course, being the ring announcer for Impact Wrestling. She's pregnant with 4 kids.
Have fun with that.
That sounds like a wonderful time.
She's a tiny woman. All right. Brian Cage, a Lucha Underground star, we know him. He is in a relationship with Melissa Santos, who is the ring announcer for Lucha Underground. They're having a kid as well.
A lot of wrestling babies coming up.
Wrestling babies,
But
yeah.
the most important wrestling baby we will talk about in a few moments.
The baby.
The baby. The
it
good baby. The bad baby.
The most must-see baby. Yes. All right. Enzo Amore. He cheated on Liv Morgan.
And just another box to check off for Enzo for being a dick.
The thing I said about Liv Morgan last week. Liv, if you're watching this, I didn't mean any of that.
Oh, now he doesn't mean any of it. Now he doesn't mean any of it.
I mean, to quote Enzo, she's a boss, and I got the hot sauce.
I think if I remember Twitter correctly, I believe is Tyler Bates that's
Tyler Bates.
throwing out some straight fire.
He slid into those DMs.
He slid hard.
Man, he did a Fosbury flop into those DMs.
What was it? I like your shirt, and he just replied, I like your face.
I know. Shout out, man. Tyler Bates. Shout out to the guy.
You gotta shoot your shot.
All right, Montel Vontavious Porter. You guys remember him, right?
Oh yeah.
He said he's gonna have a few endeavors in hardcore music.
Hardcore music.
Yes.
What's hardcore? Is it like
screaming into the face, like Aleister Black's theme song?
Oh, okay.
Screaming into the mic.
All right. We'll see what he can do.
We'll see. He hasn't been in the studio in a little bit. He says. All right.
Fozzy, watch out.
Oh gosh.
Man. The phenomenal AJ Styles makes an independent wrestling appearance with the United States Championship.
Really cool. Aren't these like his old stomping grounds?
NWA, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Really cool.
I found out AJ Styles is the only Grand Slam champion in NWA TNA history.
Really?
Yeah, he held the
awesome.
NWA and TNA World titles, the NWA and TNA Tag titles, of course the X Division Championship, and then the TV Legends and Global title through all those incarnations of the title.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out AJ Styles. All right,
it's almost like he's the best in the world.
I mean, Mick Foley, he had knee surgery. Hope
Thank you.
Mrs. Foley's baby boy gets better.
Yep.
Nikki Bella, Titus Worldwide.
Oh, she's joining Titus Worldwide?
I mean,
she's supporting Titus?
Did you see the photo? I saw the photo.
I didn't see the photo.
It was Titus, Akira Tozawa, the Majestic Ebony, Apollo Crews, and then her dancing partner for Dancing with the Stars.
She's going to take all that glory to Dancing with the Stars.
Apparently, before Raw, there was a dark segment.
She came out and everyone cheered her because she was there and then booed her because she was plugging Dancing with the Stars.
Quick question. Shouldn't Shane McMahon, get her for breach of contract since she's on SmackDown? Shane or Daniel, I'm just saying.
So she was on Raw?
Yes.
Well, Shane doesn't watch Raw. He already said, so he wouldn't know.
He wouldn't know what happened. Also, he wouldn't even know if he watched Raw anyway because it was in the dark segment, keeping kayfabe. But also, she was just hanging out with her husband. She was just heading over to the show he's on.
And now with a big match, John. We're going to talk about him in a little bit. Kofi Kingston injured. This comes a day after the success that the New Day acquired. He missed a crossbody in a on a house show, and he had to be helped to the back.
Oh,
so
man.
we don't know what's going on for sure, but
Xavier Woods just got over an injury, right?
I think he may still be. We don't
I think
know.
he's still playing. He's still doing like all day Destiny 2 streams every day. So I think he's still injured.
Yeah.
But someone get well soon because you need at least 2 people with the Freebird rule. So
I know, right? Lacey Evans, she was in the Mae Young Classic. She loses her house to Irma.
Irma just burying everybody.
Yeah. Also, The Miz, with all his combined 7 Intercontinental title reigns, he surpasses the Honky Tonk Man's reign 454 days. He's like at 456 as we speak today.
well deserved.
Well deserved.
It's hard to think.
Man.
It's hard to think of right now better Intercontinental champions. He's just so good at what he does.
The
He
Honky
really
Tonk
is.
Man's the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time.
Man,
I do love the Honky Tonk Man.
I do. We should go see him when he comes to BTW one day. Oh,
I'm not a BTW fan. I know.
All right.
I've never
I'll
been
go.
to a show, so I can't.
I mean,
say
I've only
here
been
nor
to
there.
one show.
I mean, we can't be saying that, man. Shout out Shane Cody. Shout out to the guy. All right, guys. We talked about GFW improvement last week. Just a quick. What else do you think could happen, real quick?
We bring in John Cena.
Oh my God.
We bring in John Cena. We bring.
Actually, I thought about this.
We let the kids.
You know how Ring of Honor and New Japan have that partnership?
Mm-hmm. TNA needs a partnership with someone.
Lucha Underground. I mean,
See, that's weird, because Lucha Underground, it's... Okay, so I'm working on a project right now about indie wrestling promotions with my college, and we're working together, and people are working on the project with me that aren't into wrestling, so they're constantly asking me, like, is blank an indie promotion? Like, they sent me, like, they're like, I'm trying to do research on indie promotions. Is Ring of Honor an indie promotion? I'm like, no, not really. They're big enough to not be an indie promotion. I mean, if you want to call an indie promotion anything that isn't WWE, I guess sure, but that's not what I would call an indie promotion. Like, New Japan Pro Wrestling isn't an indie promotion. But he asked me, is Lucha Underground an indie promotion? I had to go, like... It's not indie.
It's like a TV show.
I wouldn't even call it a promotion.
Yeah.
It's a television show.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. People who write, like, soap operas and telenovelas, like, they write the show.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what GFW needs, something like that. And get partnerships, get, like, Brian Cage in there with, like, a Bobby Lashley or, Son of Havoc. And
Sexy star.
They could use... Now, I have not been a huge... I have tried to get into Lucha Underground. I've been unsuccessful in enjoying it. I have not been able to enjoy it. Maybe I just haven't given enough time. Maybe it's also I'm a little bit irked by their contract issues that they've had with wrestlers, and I think that's super lame. But TNA does need... Not TNA, sorry, GFW. GFW needs to partner with somebody.
Get Son of Havoc in there.
They partnered with
I love Son of
AAA?
Havoc. He's really good.
Son of
He's
Havoc,
like one of my
Matt
favorites.
Cross. Get him there with Trevor Lee.
Yeah,
Shout out Trevor Lee.
Trevor Lee.
New X Division champion. Saw it last night. Shout out Trevor Lee.
Yeah, but doesn't GFW have a partnership with AAA? And a lot of people in AAA are already on Lucha Underground.
Well, look.
But I think
what happened.
sometimes, there's a
Look what happened
TV
there.
contract dispute where, if you're on one TV show, you can't be on another TV show.
Gosh.
And then aren't they with Noah in Japan? See, they're with people.
Think how different this world would be if TNA had not screwed up their like relationship with New Japan, because they used to be buddy with them.
They had Okada.
Yeah, they messed up Okada.
They had the Bucks of youth.
Okay, if we're gonna go through who they've messed up a stupid amount. They had broken Matt Hardy a
Dixie
year
Carter
ago.
drove AJ out of the company.
They had CM Punk.
They had Mickey James, but they had Mickey James on a couple of occasions.
Gosh.
They didn't really mess up Mickey James like they messed up the Young Bucks.
Shout out Mickey
and
James.
CM Punk.
Shout out
Okada.
CM Punk. Oh my God. All right, guys. Well,
And they're messing up Trevor Lee right now. Just putting it out there.
shout out Trevor Lee. All right, guys. Realistically, if you were to pick five
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
wrestlers to have another match, who can actually do this?
So Chris Benoit's out of the question.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Who would you pick?
We'll let someone else go first.
I'll start.
You go.
Number 1, Shawn Michaels.
I feel Shawn Michaels isn't wrestling again.
I'm
I
realistic.
think that AJ match at the Alamo Dome was the best thing he could have done, and he passed on.
I know, but realistically, he can have another match. He can have a lot more matches.
Realistically, Ric Flair could have another match, or Mick Foley could have another match.
No, we're talking about like that level. They can come back and they wouldn't have lost a step. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I picked Shawn Michaels. Number 2, I'm gonna go Stone Cold Steve Austin because I feel like he could have another run. Just doesn't want to.
Yeah, he probably could.
Raise some hell.
Should have had that CM Punk match.
He should have had.
Should have had that CM
Speaking
Punk
of CM Punk, he's next.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Punk.
Well, I mean, when I think of one more match, I think of just like an old person coming back for one more match. If CM Punk comes back, I feel like he'd do a run. That's why, like, I'm not picking CM Punk.
Yeah, CM Punk would have like if he came back, he'd be back.
I mean,
yeah, like I'm not picking CM Punk or Daniel Bryan because they would have a run.
They would have a run,
not just one match, like some of these people.
But I have to throw CM Punk on. I just need to see him. Number 4, Christian.
I mean, that's his gimmick.
One more match. Christian, yeah.
Strap up your boots. Randy Orton is waiting.
Strap up your boots. Randy Orton is waiting. And number 5.
Come on, spit it out.
Yeah, who?
No dead air. Come on.
If you say what I think you're gonna say, I'm gonna be pissed. But I hope it's not.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Can we just hurry up?
Throw it out. Just throw it out.
Just say it. Say it.
God.
Well, hurry up. I don't like dead air on our podcast.
Trish Stratus.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. Okay, we're good. We're good.
That wasn't
cool.
worth
Cool.
the-
Cool. Yeah, that wasn't worth the wait. We're good.
I had to think of somebody. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, cool.
Well, I come prepared.
Okay.
I have a list.
Good. I didn't understand the concept until about 5 minutes ago, but now I got it, so I'm working on a list in my head.
All right. Let's go, Brandon. What do you got?
I can't believe you didn't say this. I have 2 of the biggest actors in Hollywood right now.
Oh.
I got The Rock, and we got Batista.
You have Dave Batista.
And The Rock.
I would love to see.
What about
Batista come
Funaki?
back. What about Funaki?
He's Japanese #1 announcer right now. How is he going to commentate?
What
his
about
own
Michael
match?
Cole? Like, come on,
No,
guys.
just stay away from that.
Please
stuff.
no. Please God no.
What about Jose Lothario? I mean,
But like I feel,
What about Jim Cornette?
Batista and The Rock, not together, just individually. They
As
come back for
individuals?
one more match. Hopefully, they're not plugging they can come back when their movies are coming out, but just don't overtly plug
shout out to the movies.
that they're having a movie. But
Yeah.
because I feel
No, I'd love to see Batista
one
in
of
the
these
ring, and I
one
love
of
that
these
guy.
days they're gonna be Hall of Famers because they're kind of running out of top line guys and.
Well, I mean, this
They can
year
be
we're probably getting, or next year we're probably getting Batista in the Hall of Fame
When's Vince McMahon going in the Hall of Fame?
when he's dead. He's going in posthumously. I really think so.
All right.
As crazy as he is, I think he has a lot of like respect for what he has created, and he won't put himself in it until he dies.
We got another old person. We got Goldberg. I think Goldberg, he had a really good run with Brock Lesnar. I don't know who you matched him up against
He
with.
became the champion of the universe.
I think if that story had gone on a little bit longer, it would have been vilified. But I think they ended it at just the right moment.
Like I don't know.
That WrestleMania match was
I don't know
great.
if he can have a match with Braun Strowman like he had with Brock Lesnar.
No,
Because
absolutely
I don't expect him.
Goldberg doesn't bump.
Yeah, but I can't imagine him.
I mean, he
picking
went
up-
through a wall at WrestleMania.
I don't think he can pick up Braun Strowman for a jackhammer. But it is what it is.
We'll see.
And then what are we at? This is number 4. I'll pick Rey Mysterio. There's talks of Rey Mysterio wanting to come back, but they don't want him to come back. He's young enough.
I mean, he just put on one of the best matches of the year a couple weeks ago
He's
with Ospreay.
he's old, but he's young at the same time. But he just has had so much mileage on his body.
Put him in the cruiserweight division.
No, well,
No,
no.
no, God no, please.
Make him the world
This
heavyweight
is 205 Live's #1 fan over here.
Yeah,
He's saying
please no,
no.
don't do that.
Shout out Jack Gallagher, by
But
the way.
yeah, I mean,
Hey, Jack the Ripper Gallagher.
Yeah.
he can have some great.
I'll talk about
matches
205
still.
later. It was good. It was a good
And
episode.
then my last one
Uh-oh.
is Stephanie McMahon because she's facing Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania.
You know what?
next year.
Do you think she's gonna face Ronda? You don't think we're gonna get a stare down between the 4 and the 4? You don't
Ronda
think that's
Rousey
happening?
better pull out like a or some shit.
Hey, if Shane
no
can do it.
profanity, sir.
I'll edit it out. Where was it? I see where it's at.
Okay, so I listened to your Shooting the Breeze podcast yesterday.
Really?
And you guys talked about how the McMahons always put over the other talent. And that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I didn't say that. He said that. Hold on.
Well, you agreed with him.
Look, I was just trying to move
When
on
has
to...
Stephanie McMahon ever put over a single talent besides Vicky Guerrero?
Shout out Vicky
She
Guerrero.
always, upstages the men. She never puts over any of the women. Even in the Brie Bella match, she didn't put her over.
Look,
I mean, I remember
didn't-
2 years ago her
didn't bring
taking
that
quite
up.
the spear.
I didn't bring that up. It was the other kid.
The
You
other
have to-
kid, the
You have to
young-
talk to the young boy.
The young boy.
Yeah, you have to talk to him.
Okay, anyways, but I feel Stephanie McMahon probably will have one more match. As much as, I'm joking around, I hope it's not Ronda Rousey.
All right.
Because that should be Charlotte or Asuka or some
Ooh,
badass.
Here's some Oscar news. All right.
yeah.
What about
All right,
you,
let's
man?
see if I can
If
get
you
my
can't
way
get to
through
5,
this.
just get a couple of
I
them.
think I can. Well, I mean, the problem is that some of them have already been said.
All right.
Shawn Michaels, I would love to see him. I'm very happy that he retired and he has stayed retired. But I mean, if he came back to do one more match,
Hulk Hogan.
I'd be down. God, anything, please, no. God,
Hogan
no.
Michaels too?
No.
Oh, come on.
Okay, maybe Hogan Michaels too. Greatest match of all time.
Yeah.
So let's go Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna say
King
I
Kong
think
Bundy.
we'll be seeing him soon anyway. But I'm gonna say Kurt Angle
Yeah.
pops up later on this. Maybe a close match of the week. Kurt Angle.
Teams with his son.
Oh yeah, teaming with the Sun, tag
Or
team with the
against
Sun.
his son.
I'm down. I'm down with that. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, probably not gonna get through 5. People I'm thinking though.
Let's go Kazarni.
Oh God. What about AJ Lee?
Yeah.
AJ Lee could come
I
back.
just thought about that. What about her?
She'd be great.
Caitlyn.
But
Paige.
she has to stay. She has to stay by her
Paige.
man,
Paige.
CM Punk.
Oh, Paige.
Paige. Even though you're still technically on the roster. One day.
Summer Rae.
She was at the Mae Young Classic.
Shout out Summer Rae.
I can't believe she was actually there.
I know.
future
Hey,
women's
she made the WWE yearbook. Paige didn't.
Okay,
Ah,
good,
well.
good for her.
All right.
I'm gonna say I did 5. I didn't do 5. I'm gonna say I did 5.
Five is a lot.
All right,
5 is a
guys. Book it. Book a Shinsuke Nakamura move to Monday Night Raw.
It all builds up to Shinsuke versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
That is the match we all want to see.
That's the money match right there. You know,
Because they fought before, but
we
it was
saw it
before
at
they
the
were
Tokyo
great.
Dome, but that wasn't the Shinsuke we know today.
And it wasn't the Lesnar we know today.
That was young boy Nakamura, and then that was wrestler Brock Lesnar.
Okay, but how does he get there?
Put him in the Royal Rumble. Do the whole Chris Benoit thing. You know, he wins the Royal Rumble and he chooses Brock Lesnar.
That would not be a bad
over
storyline at all.
whoever the other guy is.
All right.
Because John Cena's probably going to face Jinder Mahal at WrestleMania. Once again, I don't approve of that, but that's what the
Shout out
sources
to the
say.
modern day Maharaja.
Yeah.
All right.
You could also do something. I would think it'd be cool to see them do a redraft, and when they draft, that Raw has to give up a bunch of stars just to get Nakamura, really build him up as this prize, and they have to like give up.
Yeah, they lose
Give
like,
up, like-
2 tag teams or something like
They
that.
lose like 2 tag teams, and then like Reigns or something, and Reigns goes to SmackDown. And it's like, geez, they really want to knock him, like immediately make him important. Like how they did with Balor during the first draft, where it was like, okay, cool, Balor's coming to NXT. They drafted him 4th. Like you obviously knew that they thought this guy was the next big deal.
Yeah.
Do something like that with Nakamura. Like also have him start kicking people and have them stay down,
Yeah.
and that be the whole match.
I
Maybe
think,
make him look
I think
like a killer.
possibly another superstar shakeup is in the works.
I don't. They should just only once a year.
Only
It's
once a
fine.
year?
I mean,
Well-
I feel you can do a trade every now and then, but not 5 people moving back and forth on one day. It's a lot.
Okay, let's go with the draft idea, like you said. Let's go
Or
with-
he could proclaim himself as a free agent because he beat Cena, and he should get to be a free agent if he wants to be a free agent.
Okay. Let's go
'Cause
with,
that makes no
let's go with
sense
the
at all.
draft thing, like you said. He goes on Raw and he says, "I never lost the Intercontinental title in Japan." Move into some maybe some Miz territory.
That was the match. Miz,
Plus, Shinsuke interrupted Miz when he made his debut.
Miz and
It
Nakamura.
all ties together.
Miz and Nakamura is the feud that I think they should have started him in at the beginning, because versus Ziggler is great because he's a great seller, so he's going to make his kicks look amazing. But Ziggler was also in the middle of this weird gimmick where he was slowing down his work rate, so it didn't work with Nakamura. Miz is safe, looks good, and the
He can
main
talk,
thing
he
is
can do all the
he
talking.
can talk. He can do all the talking. Right now, that might not be the best thing, and I'll get into that later in Raw. But he can do all the talking and Nakamura just has to say one sentence, and he's the coolest person in the room.
Yeah.
That's the feud that we should be getting at some point before Lesnar.
Do you have any other ideas about that?
Just get to Lesnar Nakamura before Lesnar goes away.
Yeah.
That's the match.
I mean, WWE, they're in a nice state right now. We're gonna get into all that later.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly, favorite WWE shirt of all time.
CM Punk, the white one with the
Okay.
actually well designed.
I'm an alcoholic redneck, so I'm going with my boy Stone Cold Steve Austin. Fuck fear, drink beer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah! Best shirt of all time. I want that shirt so bad.
That's more editing for the guy.
No, it says it's
Making you
fuck.
work- making you
It's
work
fuck
for-
fear, drink beer.
Oh.
It's
It's a
Oh.
Conor McGregor Falk,
Yeah.
making you work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Throwback Thursdays on WWE Shop. You should put up that T-shirt.
They should put up this. Oh, they're never gonna put up that CM Punk T-shirt ever again. Can't find it anywhere. What about you? What you feeling? What you wearing? Well, right now you're wearing a little bit of an elite, but
Even though you don't like Kenny Omega, but he's on your sleeve right here.
You know what?
he's thinking about cutting that sleeve off. I know it.
Just one long sleeve, one short tank top.
Yeah, fashion statement.
Spit it out.
I'm gonna go Jillian Hall.
Couldn't tell you what that shirt looks
I'm
like.
just
if
playing.
you put money on.
I'm just playing. I'm going D-Generation X.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
solid logo.
My first ever wrestling shirt was the DX shirt, where the cartoon Shawn Michaels and Triple H were mooning.
Yeah.
On the back.
I have a DX shirt that maybe we could give away on the pod after we get rid of the Bullet Club one.
Or you can just give it to me.
I
Or me.
mean, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get into the Raw recap, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
The big dog, he busted it, big dog. Roman Reigns defeats Jason Jordan Angle. Thoughts?
Longer than it took Cena to defeat Jason
Longer than
Jordan.
it took. Man, they're making Jordan look like a star in his losses.
Taz has said this way won't get Jordan over. Thoughts?
I think he's wrong.
He was on the Black Power ranking, if you saw. Jordan was number 1.
Graves said it perfectly on the commentary. Like, these are moral victories for Jason Jordan. He's like, it's not realistic to expect him to be at the level of these stars, but he's taking them to their limits. He's putting on great matches and he's working his way up.
He really is. Thoughts? Who do you think he goes against next week? I wouldn't put him in there with Braun. He'd die.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Seth Rollins.
Maybe Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is in a tag team now. I think it's about time to move him on to a main story. Because, I mean, Miz isn't going to be talking to Enzo next week.
Mm-hmm.
Move him in the direction of the IC title.
But did you see Reigns in the beginning of that match when he was like smiling and laughing at Jordan? He looked like an asshole. Roman Reigns was just healing it up in the beginning. I was like, oh, Reigns.
He's doing the same laughing thing that Cena's been doing to all of his opponents lately, too. But
Roman's a natural heel.
He's a natural heel.
But
by the way, just a hot take. I enjoyed this match more than the last one. I enjoyed this more than Cena and Jordan. I thought this was better.
Really?
I thought it was more exciting. I second guessed who was going to win more often. There were a couple moments where I'm like, oh, maybe they're going to give it to Jordan and build a story off that. But no.
There were some nice clotheslines in there.
Yeah.
But Cena, does he win for a third straight week with these promos?
I guess. But
I hate these promos.
Yeah, these shoot
promos
are starting to wear on me.
But he mentioned the drug scandal.
I don't care.
I don't care because you know what he got busted for taking? Freaking what's the one
Adderall.
that lets you Adderall. I don't care if my wrestlers are taking Adderall. My best friend takes Adderall to study his tests.
If you want to stay up all night and party, go right ahead.
Here's my main problem with these promos, because I have hated all 3 of these promos.
Really?
I've hated all 3 of them, and here's the reason why. It's not going to be like in a massive surprise reveal that I think that CM Punk and Triple H and CM Punk and Cena and CM Punk and anybody did these kind of promos better, or even Cena and The Rock did these kind of promos better with each other. But here's the point. The main reason that these promos were better when those people did them is at the end of the day, they were about the fight.
Retweet. Favorite, like.
I don't care. I don't care about these promos because they like. I don't care if Reigns says that he's had better matches than Cena,
which is a lie.
Because who cares? Who cares that because the matches and it's not supposed to be about who put on the better match. It's supposed to be about who's going to win and who's going to lose. Like a perfect example is CM Punk and Triple H's feud with each other when they. One of my favorite wrestling moments is when they completely destroyed kayfabe and said their real names and said how much they hated each other.
Talking to Phil Brooks, I was like, ooh.
But at the end of the day, you know what the most important part of that was? It wasn't him saying their names. It was before that. It was saying, you're going to kick my ass and I'm going to kick yours.
Oh, yeah,
like, we're going
that.
to kill each other because we hate each other and we're ready to fight and we actually have a grudge match. Reigns and Cena look like they're out there just jerking Reddit off and giving them a nice little, like, look at all the stuff that you know is going on backstage here, or listen to it in the ring.
Yeah, giving the hardcore marks the oohs and ahs and all
that
stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
I told you this last night. I'm gonna say it on the pod. Reigns and Cena is kind of like our version of a Hogan Warrior.
And somehow he just listed off 4 of the biggest wrestlers in the world, and the only one I like in that list is Cena. And I can't believe I like Cena.
Really look at it. Like Hogan, he was targeted to the kids and whatever, and then like Warrior, he came on and he started to get hot, and the kids started to love him and all that other stuff. Cena, he was targeted for the children or whatever. Mm-hmm. Cena kind of like took some time off. Roman was coming around, and the kids and the women, they love Roman.
So the kids and the women do love Roman.
Yeah, so it's kind of like in that dilemma there. Then of course Warrior and Hogan went on to go at Mania 6, and then these guys are gonna go at No Mercies. It was kind of like the Clash of the Titans type deal.
Yeah, that's.
But here's where Roman can win next week if they just do the promo. Because Brock, he won't be there next week. I've found this out. I'm sad, and I hear Cena won't be there.
Well,
but this
Sean said last week he has sources.
I know he got people on the inside. Renee Young. This is where Roman could win. He cuts a promo next week on Raw, and he talks about how John criticized Rock for never being here, and yada yada yada. John, you're not here. Just something like that, to where he can at least get one up with this whole promo thing. Because I don't need them to touch until No Mercy.
No, I think that's a good decision, and he needs to, like, if we're gonna go through this whole thing of like breaking kayfabe down, then why don't we kayfabe throw fire at Cena? Because whenever they talk about this, they're like, you're just gonna go and film off a movie in Hollywood. They never get more specific than that. Have Reigns come out and say like, yeah, you're gonna fight me and then go off to go film another crappy Transformers movie that nobody wants to see. Great, go have fun hanging out with Bumblebee.
Oh yeah,
Or go have fun pretending to be a superhero because you couldn't be a real one here. Go have fun being Shazam because that's what he's doing next. So it's like make fun of him for what he's gonna do because he's
make fun of like that Bull movie he voiced over and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's a hypocrite right now. He's being a hypocrite with the script he's been given. Call him out on that. If you're gonna do the kayfabe thing, make me want to see these two people tear each other apart. Because right now I feel like they're both just having fun in the ring.
All right.
Can I speak first?
Sorry, I'm done.
Go ahead.
Okay, so just like what Mitchell said, all that stuff is true, and it's very easy to fix it. You can just shoot, because all this stuff is scripted. None of this is real. You can shoot on how much they hate each other and how much they just want to beat the crap out of each other. It's not that hard. Like the Rock and Cena, they did that, and the build for Rock Cena is way better than the build for
Rock did it because he had it on his arm.
Whatever. And that was great.
He had a reminder.
Yeah, but that
because the minute he said it, you could see The Rock was furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that builds into the story.
All right.
I mean, what does this have to do with actually wrestling a match? He's talking about selling tickets, which isn't very true. The ticket sales aren't that great. He talked about making more money than ever, which was due to inflation and stuff like that.
They're shooting on isn't even true. Like they're not real facts.
And he's not talking about revenue. He's not talking about or he's not. He was talking about revenue. He's not talking about profit, which is more important than revenue. And then I know we don't talk about the business stuff like that, but it's very interesting. Talk about how he had better matches in 2 years in Cena's career. That just is bollocks, as the British people say.
That's ludicrous. Like the rapper. All right, moving on.
Shut up, Fear Factor.
Shut up, Fear Factor. Sasha Banks defeats Emma, gets a little momentum back heading into the Fatal 4-Way at No Mercy.
This Fatal 4-Way is just all about Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax.
Yes, shut up.
Sasha, Emma is more focused on this than Sasha is right now.
Emma is either there to take the pin or to give us the upset victory and create this really great meta story with her.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if she.
No, I'd be down with it. I enjoyed this match mainly just for watching Alexa feel real nervous with Nia Jax sitting next to her mumbling into the mic.
All right, the Brock Lesnar segment. I've never seen Lesnar look like this.
This was great.
This vulnerable. I mean,
a million times more interested in this than Cena Reigns.
I've never seen the shot of somebody putting their foot on Lesnar's chest and holding up that championship. I've never seen that. We're in for something good.
Lesnar's all about telling good stories. He's a great wrestler. If there was like a time machine thing where he can just transport from place to place without actually getting on a plane, he'd probably be there every week. He'd be a great wrestler.
I mean, really, like the German that Braun stood right back up. I was like, oh my god. Paul Heyman was excellent outside the ring, as always. I mean, he really just bullied Lesnar.
I love a good, well-timed no-sell.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Marvelous.
Wyatt versus Goldust.
Shout out Goldust.
Shout out Gold. Good to see you back.
Where's Goldust?
Good to see you, Rhodes.
He was building to something, and then...
Oh, yeah, they nixed that. They're not doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Poor Goldust.
But the thing I liked, he wiped off his face paint. He said he's just a man. He's just a man. And throwing shade at Finn Balor for wearing the paint when he's just a man.
Yeah, Goldust laced up his boots for this. He came out and he worked hard. Like, this was... He brought it for this match. It looked really good.
Goldust is one of those guys who was turned back the hands of time.
Also, what a... Oh.
Shout out Cher.
Oh, no, nothing coming. Oh, no. And what a concept. Tell a story with a match that lets the opponent look good, makes Bray Wyatt look vicious, lets him get a win, and progresses the storyline. What a concept. WWE, keep going. You got this.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
I'm gonna walk with Elias. He defeats Kalisto. Congratulations.
And the tour moves on next week in San Jose.
I know. Ooh. Elias versus Jordan.
But that would be the end of Elias's push.
Yeah, that
is slow because they're slowly making Elias.
He defeated Finn, but he defeated the first ever Universal Champion. That's awesome. All right, Asuka, she's coming.
Good decision. Good choice. A lot of reasons for it, but overall, good choice.
So this is what you could do. For the Fatal 4-Way, looking at it, I'd probably have Alexa keep the title, and when Asuka's ever ready, like she just comes to the main roster and like she just kind of like toys with Alexa, like tells her like she's gonna get her, and then she just like runs through everybody, like just destroying them, like Emma, Mickie James, Dana Brooke. She can even destroy Sasha. She could possibly get through Nia Jax a little bit, just like taunt her, like I'm coming for you.
Oh, she took her out in NXT. She could take her out here.
Get through, do what she did to Bayley at that takeover, just choke her out. unconscious, like just taunt her like I'm coming for you, and Alexa like she could sell the facial expression like she's really terrified.
If she can get back in time, will she be back in October? Will she be back from her injury in October?
It was like a few weeks. Yeah, I think so.
You can build it. I mean, theming aside, you can build it like a horror movie. Build her like a monster just coming for Alexa, and Alexa playing the basic blonde
Build her like the
horror
House of
girl
Horrors.
that's going to be killed.
No,
Yes, and then
no
end it
mercy.
in a House of
No,
Horrors
no
match.
mercy.
Oh, shout out to the No Mercy thing. But congratulations to Asuka, well deserved. John Cena defeats Braun Strowman via
Kind of.
disqualification.
Yeah.
But Strowman bullied Cena.
Yeah.
He bullied two of the biggest stars in the industry on the same night.
Strowman's it, man.
Strowman's on another level.
Is he on the Neville level though?
I don't think anybody's on that.
Sean
Well, Tozawa
Sources-
was on the Neville level for a little
Now,
bit.
Sources said
now
that
that's a
John
match I
Cena's
wanna
not going to
see.
be here next week, and this is a way to write him off. So
That makes sense.
Yeah. Now that's a match I want to see.
Yes.
Neville and
But-
Strowman.
I mean, this is
That would be get to see the quick moving small guy that actually is vicious against the tall unstoppable
That'd
monster.
be interesting.
But John Cena and Braun Strowman, they just threw this on a match. They just threw this on Raw with like barely a build up.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't you give it the Big Show Braun Strowman?
Why can't this
build-up?
at least been this should have been the main event? To be completely honest, this should have been the main event.
Okay, the reason they put this on is because in between the 2 Monday Night Football games, this was the space where no game was
Yeah.
going on. That's why.
They put
Smart.
their biggest match at the end of the second hour, which
Which there was no games going on at that time.
Yeah,
that's
that
why
I
they
guess
put
that's
it on.
smart.
all right. Miz TV,
Whew.
the most must-see babies coming. Shout out to Miz and Maryse for
Miz Baby coming 2018.
Congratulations, you guys.
Miz Baby
I'm-
coming spring 2018.
shout out. But Maryse is gonna be gone then. Oh man, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
I do
Mr.
love
Rush.
French Canadians. I know you don't like Canadians.
I mean, I'm wearing a French Canadian shirt right now, but he just beat up a 70-year-old man. That's why I'm wearing it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. All right. But shout out to the Miz. Roman said that John can just take anything and spin it. So can the Miz.
Oh yeah.
Miz just shoots on everybody.
I know.
which-
Then he came out. And Enzo comes out there, interrupts this big moment. What a heel move.
Yeah.
He kind of is a heel on 205
Yeah.
Live.
But then Miz, he said
Cheats.
you're getting thrown out of locker rooms and
This was
buses. I was like,
so
oh, like a siren was going off inside
Yeah.
of me. I was like, oh my god, that was awesome.
And just to recap what I said earlier, what did this do? They hated each other, and it led into them fighting.
And then on the mic, like, who's your daddy? I was like, oh. Miz was like, how you doing? I was like, oh, this is good. I enjoyed it.
Enzo's wearing on me. I'm not a fan of Enzo.
Oh.
Enzo, get off my TV screen.
Hot
He's
takes?
done. Yeah, hot takes, fire takes.
All right.
I think he
Um,
sucks in the ring, but I think he's getting there. I
yeah.
think one day. He's in a weird spot. He's just in a weird spot. Just keep him
Yeah.
205 Live. This was good. This is a good way of us never seeing him on Raw
Is he
ever
the
again.
only guy that can wrestle 205 Live and main roster?
Well, they made it seem like 205 Live is a demotion. When Miz was like, oh, we don't even want you on Raw, so you're at 205 Live, which makes no sense because he's still on Raw. And he's technically...
Trying to think if anyone is
technically, he's in even more
Technically,
locker
the
rooms
cruiserweights
now.
fight on Raw, but
Because he's on Raw and
I
SmackDown,
don't
so
know.
he's in 2 locker rooms now instead of just the Raw locker
I'm trying
room.
to think. I'm trying to think if there's any other wrestlers who have, once they've gone down to 205, down, or once they've gone up to Raw, I don't think anyone has jumped around like Enzo has.
No. All right. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose and the Hardys defeat the Good Brothers and the Bar.
I mean, was there any doubt
This
that
felt like a house show match, but it
Hardys
was
were gonna
good.
be the
It was a good house show
mystery
match.
people?
I liked how the backstage segment with the Hardys and Ambrose and Rollins and Corey was like, "What's wrong with Matt?"
He was very broken.
Yeah.
Or very woken.
Woken.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
he's
loved Seth with the binoculars. Okay, hey, you're holding him wrong. Oh, he flips him
man,
around.
that's pretty funny.
It was great.
All
It's good
right.
to see those two getting to be friends again.
Shout out Seth Rollins, Madden 18 champion.
Shout out Seth Rollins.
Rollins and Ambrose might have my vote for being two of the wrestlers with the best chemistry in the past several years. Because whether they're wrestling together or teaming together,
Oh, man.
their chemistry is on another level.
It is. Let's talk about SmackDown and how lit this thing was. I guarantee you Vince was like, tonight's episode's going to be lit, damn it.
And there's only like 4,000 people in the crowd.
They got 2 hours and they squeeze every bit of juice
This
they
was a
can out of
really
this
good
match.
one.
Or
So Kevin
night.
Owens, he opens up the show.
Mhm.
His story was told multiple times throughout the show. That's what
He
I
was the
liked.
star. It felt like an old school episode of Raw. It felt like
was
a
the
retro
Kevin
episode
Owens
of Raw.
show.
It really was.
Where like
See?
old episodes were like Stone Cold would have like 3 segments and then he'd be in the
Yeah.
main event. It felt like one of those again.
But he
KO
opens
was the star.
He opens up the show and he discusses the lawsuit and everything about that.
Mhm.
Really good. And then we move on to Styles versus Dillinger. Of course, Styles retains the United States Championship.
Made Dillinger look like a perfect 10 though.
He did.
Made him look great.
Then Corbin announces he's going to face Styles after he attacks both Styles and Dillinger.
It will be the worst match that Styles has this month, but that's okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Worst match is Jinder Mahal, who's terrible.
Handsome Rusev cuts a promo.
Says
I'm intrigued.
Says he needs to kill a legend.
Is he going to kill the Legend Killer? That's a legend now?
This is the story. This is the story that Jinder Mahal should have had when he had to fight Randy
Orton
Orton.
and Nakamura weren't on the show, and it was all right.
KO was on the show 4 times.
You don't need all your people on the same show, which is very hard to do on Raw since it's so long.
Where's Mike Kanellis? That's all I want to know. Anyway, moving on. The modern day Maharaja has a roasting session of the King of Strong Style.
This segment was so bad, and I know it was designed to be bad, but when it's like the heel trying to be funny even though he's not funny, it doesn't get heat on the heel.
Constipation jokes? Are you kidding me?
It gets heat on the company, and I'm like, this is terrible. I just want to change the channel and not watch this anymore. It didn't make me want to see Shinsuke beat his ass.
I chuckled at the constipation jokes.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well,
Are you 5? Are you Vince McMahon? If you're
McMahon.
under the age of 12 or you're Vince McMahon, then you laugh at that joke.
It was funny.
Okay.
All right, moving on. KO segment number 2. Just keeps the story going.
Truth like it is.
Truth like it is. I love it. The New Day defeat the Usos to become 4-time tag team champions. Amazing match.
I'm not a fan of the titles bouncing back and forth, but in a bubble, this was a pretty good match.
See, it depends on how you build the feud. I like it because I don't necessarily hate the idea of a title bouncing back and forth when the story is that the two people that are bouncing back and forth have each other's numbers and are so good that it could go either way every time.
I think this is one of those where I wouldn't mind it bouncing back and forth.
Literally, these are like the only 2 tag teams in the division.
Besides
Gable and Benjamin, who are on the come up.
Oh man,
And
the Hype Bros.
No longer hype.
We're gonna get to all that.
We're almost there.
Yeah, but this was really good. I enjoyed it. Big E, he can get you hype. He can.
Oh yeah, he gets me hyped.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Natty Neidhart defeats Naomi to retain her SmackDown Live Women's title. Naomi, great freak athleticism as always. Great to see.
Mm-hmm.
Those kicks.
I hate those kicks.
Those kicks made an appearance to that match, and I was...
Naomi, she was an honorable mention on the Black Power ranking.
You know, Ronda Rousey was in the crowd, and she was like, if only I used those kicks against Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm, I probably could have won.
Yeah, well.
Those are the secret weapons, apparently.
We're just headed towards another Montreal Screwjob reference with Natalya, because isn't she defending her title isn't it in, they're going to be in Montreal soon, aren't they?
I don't know.
I believe so.
I hope not.
Do it.
They're just
Carmella
doing it
better
again.
cash in Montreal.
She better
Yeah,
cash
no,
in
I
next
think
week.
she's cashing in
I mean,
at Montreal.
like when you do a cash in in general, it gets a huge pop. But if you do the Montreal cash in, it would get heat, which would probably be the desired reaction they want.
Kevin Owens has another segment. This time with Sami Zayn. Just keeps it going.
Just being a heel. And the babyface, is like, I'll work in armories. I don't care. I'd rather do that than be here with you.
Well, that's
Which is what Daniel Bryan sort of said when he was like,
that's really
I'm okay
interesting.
with being a janitor.
Yeah. All right. Dolph Ziggler. He does this yet again.
Yes. Would you like to defend this again?
Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
Oh my God.
It was fantastic. Got to see him rag on one of my least favorite wrestlers. It was fun.
Shout out Bailey.
No,
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
I know.
Yeah.
Dana Warrior put out a tweet about this. Don't insult my husband's legacy.
Why is she even there?
He insulted his own legacy.
I know she's,
She's an ambassador for the WWE.
Why is she even like there?
She's an ambassador for WWE.
Okay, but anyways, this match, this is maybe they should build a tag team with Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder of just the disgruntled 30-somethings who are on their...
You know what, this whole Dolph Ziggler thing, you know what I'll get on board with? If they go to Chicago.
And he comes out to the
personality plays.
That would be great.
The troll level would be...
He should.
I mean, they did CM Skunk. Why can't they...
They should. That's exactly what they should do.
That would be funny. I'd be on board with this if they did that.
The main reason that I'm down with this weird gimmick, and it is odd him coming out with other people's entrances, is specifically for what happens at the end of it every time.
The Shane McMahon one at the beginning of the show was pretty funny.
Oh, that was pretty great. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Yeah. Where he gets in the middle of the ring at the very end and goes, everything I just did was easy, but no one can touch me with what I do in the ring. The problem I have with it moving forward is if he loses his next match, then it was all for nothing. Because this is supposed to be a repackaging. This was supposed to be a rebranding for him. If he wins after this, then it would make sense. But everyone's telling me he's facing Rude next.
Yeah.
Rude can't lose. Rude's new. So if it's just going to be the end of Ziggles, then it's just going to be the end of Ziggles.
He's basically
and do with him what I said you should have done with him months ago, send him down to NXT, let him become the disgruntled vet down there. Make him like the boss that you have to beat to get out of NXT. Because
Somebody tweeted at Ziggler, like, go to New Japan, you'll be better off, and he was like, nah.
I mean,
I
he
don't-
would be, but
I
nah.
don't know. We'll see.
He could be like a Juice Robinson.
CJ
Shout
Parker.
out Juice.
He wouldn't be as good as Juice.
No.
Okay, but
Juice has so much charisma.
I would pop. I would pop
Balls
if,
deep.
If
Juice is balls deep.
if Dolph comes out as Stone Cold and he just rides around in ATV and
that'd be
drinks
great
some
too.
beer.
Do the CM Punk thing. That I'll pop for that.
I mean, because we're gonna be there next week, so we have to take some guesses on what he's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
got to take some.
do. And I'm gonna be by the stage too.
You guys got to make some.
I'm in throwing distance of Ziggler if he just pisses me off. I can throw a beer
Make
at
some
him.
guesses.
Whoa.
I can just throw something at him, get kicked out, and I can go home early.
San Jose,
It's Oakland.
it's Oakland. Surprising they didn't say Bailey for Oakland. What do you guys think he's dressing up as next week? Both of you. You're just gonna be there throughout one
Stone Cold.
superstar.
Stone Cold.
I want Stone
I want
Cold.
Stone Cold on I want him on an ATV just riding around drinking beer, but not even drinking beer because it always hits his chest and just fuck for your drink beer. Your turn.
Alright. I'm trying to think. What's he does like he always does like somebody on the roster now than like a dead person.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Would he come out as Eddie Guerrero?
No.
Oh, if he comes out in a lowrider, I'd approve of that.
Maybe.
I'm okay with the vehicles.
Yeah, because he does that. He does like one person who's alive, then he does one person who's
I
dead.
mean, it's probably building up to him doing the glorious entrance.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen Bob Roode in a couple weeks now.
No, but like Hell in the Cell is like far off, so that's why they're saving it for like.
Yeah, I have a feeling that what they're going to do is that Bobby Roode's going to come out one week with his entrance, and then Ziggler's just going to hit him from behind and be like, "This is what I've been talking about. Look, this guy's not even that great. He's just his entrance that you guys love."
Yeah.
But maybe he'll do Bobby Roode's. I don't feel like Bobby Roode's is big enough to fake it to like rip off his entrance yet.
Yeah. All right. Gable and Benjamin, they defeat the Hype Bros. Hype Bros having a little dissension. So
He ain't hype.
2017, it's the end of tag teams.
Yeah.
All right.
The Broski and Ziggler.
Watch out, Young Bucks.
Ziggler and Ryder teaming up.
By the way, the Young Bucks are booked for all of 2018. Somebody asked them if WWE had a tag team tournament, would you come? They said they're booked for the whole year. Shout out Young Bucks.
Shout out.
All right, but let's get to the core of this. The chairman of the board, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
The first time he's been on SmackDown since San Jose, which I was there. Hometown.
Nice.
Shout
Hometown.
out.
He comes out there and he and Kevin Owens have he really
They just go at it.
Vince fat shamed Kevin Owens. He bullied him. He said he got rid of Shane because he didn't finish the job.
Whew.
This is Vince McMahon at his best, and then of course Kevin Owens he really got him.
Yeah.
He said, "Do I have your word that I could like punish any McMahon or something like that?" And then Vince gave him his word, and I don't think Vince was paying attention. Like, did you hear what he said? Any
Yeah,
McMahon.
he didn't catch the fact that I'm a McMahon and I'm in the ring.
Yeah.
He should have beat up Stephanie when she confronted him on the
Okay,
ramp.
let's not do that.
No? I mean,
Um.
Stephanie probably would have
Slapped him or something. Yeah.
She would have given him a pedigree, and she would have been standing on top of him like Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman.
Do you think that Vince whispered headbutt me in the ring? Do you think he whispered?
I have a feeling they talked about that before
That
they went.
spot was
it
planned.
happened.
I don't think the bleeding was planned.
No. No. Well.
I think he told him to headbutt me. I think he told him just headbutt me.
Yeah.
Make it look good, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Vince is crazy. Let's be realistic. But Kevin headbutts a 72-year-old man.
Then proceeds to murder him in the middle of the ring.
He gives him a kick to his hard 72-year-old abs, and then he hits him with a bullfrog splash.
Beautiful.
Adam Pearce is not even saving the old man.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I was kind of hoping for a powerbomb on the apron.
No, that's asking a little too much.
I would have said that was too much if the headbutt had not happened earlier.
I know, but
But a headbutt's one thing. Getting a 7-year-old spine on a ring apron is another thing.
Could have been.
But Vince is crazy.
I mean, as
Vince
many
is crazy.
curls and bench presses you do,
Yeah.
it's not going to help your spine.
But Stephanie McMahon, she makes a return to WWE television, so we're gonna see where this goes.
Mhm.
All right.
First time
This-
since
this
WrestleMania.
This probably leads to. This makes me excited to see Shane try and get some revenge on him. Also,
Shane needs to win this one.
Oh, he
No,
needs to.
he doesn't. Shane doesn't win any of his matches, and he shouldn't win any of his matches.
I
He
mean,
puts up a fight, and he would lose in the end.
I think
who would you rather have Kevin Owens lose to, Shane or Hunter?
Hunter. Because Hunter's a real wrestler. Shane McMahon isn't.
Well, here's the thing, though. What if,
He needs
just
to-
throwing this out
He needs
here,
to avenge his father.
what if this match goes, and it's going, and Shane's winning, and Shane's going to win, and then
Shane's
Hunter
not
shows
going
up.
to win.
And the last time we saw Hunter, he handed Kevin Owens a title. So, what if that allegiance is still there, and we get another invading NXT thing?
Yeah, honestly, that's what I would like to see.
Build up to Shane versus Triple H.
WrestleMania when it takes
With
control of the company.
Hunter and his NXT boys with Owens
The
at the helm.
Undisputed Era?
The Undisputed Era.
Oh man.
Literally, they're just named they are a heel group named after NXT's catchphrase.
That's
I
awesome.
still say they should have been Cole World.
I still they should have been Dishonor.
I think there should be.
But this leads to Hell in a Cell, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens. That's gonna be interesting. The Mae Young Classic wrapped up, and
who here finished it? Did we all watch all of it?
I did watch.
All what, 9 episodes?
I watched this. This was very good.
It was very, very good.
Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane.
Okay, the Mae Young Classic, it was all right. It wasn't, the best
I think the
thing
good
ever.
matches were really good,
I
and then
did-
the okay matches were okay.
I think the best match for me was Tessa Blanchard versus Kairi Sane. I really enjoyed that one.
That was a good match. My favorite one
Yeah.
was probably Rhea Ripley and Dakota Kai. I really enjoyed that match.
I'm glad Shayna Baszler did not win this,
I really thought she was going to.
but
I really, really did.
honestly she should have attacked Kairi.
Get her heat back at the end.
Get that heat.
They could have built up an angle.
Yeah.
But apparently Vince didn't want to do an angle because Shayna's not even signed yet. Kyrie's signed. That's the reason
Yeah.
why they put the thing on Kyrie.
I guess they took my advice. She's involved in a match.
Yep. The fatal four-way.
The fatal four-way at NXT Takeover Houston.
Mhm.
It will be Kairi Sane, and I'm guessing Ruby Riott, Ember Moon, and I'm gonna go Nikki Cross. I'm
Okay.
guessing those are gonna be the other
What about
competitors.
Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
I know who the four are, or at least I know who one of the four are.
Am I right?
You're wrong.
Really?
You're wrong. You're wrong about one. You're right about one, and I don't remember who the fourth
Ruby
is.
Riott's not in it.
Ruby Riott is not in it.
I'd like
she
to-
lost Ember Moon.
It's Liv Morgan, isn't it?
What about the MMA chick? What's her face?
Basler?
No, the other one. The one in NXT right
Is
now.
Mercedes Martinez in it?
Right now it's Payne Royce.
Peyton Royce. Okay, so she's in it.
So Payne,
I'm a fan
I know
of Peyton
for
Royce.
I know
Just
for a
spoil
fact
it.
I know for a fact it's Payne Royce and Ember Moon. I don't know who the fourth is. Maybe Billy Kay. Maybe just throw the
I can see that.
iconic duo in there.
But do you think Kyrie? Do you think she takes on the NXT Women's Championship? I say Ember.
I say Ember.
It's her time.
I think it's been. The problem is they're about to get such an influx of really charismatic, great women wrestlers, and I think that Ember Moon just doesn't have that charisma. I think she's a great wrestler, but her character hasn't connected yet.
I mean, we'll see.
Also, they got rid of Carrie's wheel on NXT. She doesn't come out with the wheel.
Well,
What's up with that?
She's a pirate, JR.
She's a pirate. Let's go on an adventure.
Yeah. Congratulations to Kairi Sane. Well deserved. All right, Superstar Spotlight, guys. I'm going to Kevin Owens.
Why? Because he assaulted an old man?
Kevin Owens avenged the Montreal Screwjob.
I don't know how you avenge the Montreal Screw. I mean, I'm pretty sure Bret Hart avenged it when he knocked him out in the locker room.
There is footage of that somewhere. I need to see it. I'm going Kevin Owens. What about you?
I don't know. No one really stood out
Oh.
over the week. I guess I'll just go with Kairi Sane because she won the whole thing.
All right.
Good for her.
Mitchell.
I'm going Breezango.
Really?
So all y'all not watching 205 Live, Breezango and Drew Gulak cut one of the greatest, hilarious promos I've ever
What
seen.
about Jack Gallagher and that heel turn?
He was great. No, the heel turn was fantastic. Jack the Ripper Gallagher was amazing. But
It's all news to me.
Breezango came out to Drew Gulak and they're like,
I saw.
look at what you're wearing. You're not allowed to wear this. We're into underwear. We love underwear. We love thongs. We love, and they run down all the things. And then they get up close in his face, and they're basically kissing him. And Drew Gulak just keeps straight face the whole time, doesn't break. And they're like obviously trying to make him break. And then they arrest him for fashion violation. It was great. It was fantastic. It made my week.
Next week will be the first time I see a full episode of 205 Live.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, are you going to SmackDown?
Yes.
I might be going to SmackDown.
Come with us, man. All right. Yeah, Jack Gallagher, a villain with an umbrella. Where have I seen that before?
Yeah, what a concept. But he's great. He's really great. He's also way too good
But can
to
he
be.
stop time? I don't think Jack Gallagher can stop time.
I don't think he can. Can he find Hangman?
Where is
Can
he?
anyone find?
We'll find
Hangman?
out this weekend on Being the Elite. They should pay me for these plugs. All right, so my promo pick of the week. We're going back in time. 2009 SmackDown, April 10th. The Cutting Edge. Edge, he sits down and has a talk with one of his greatest rivals, current World Heavyweight Champion at the time, the franchise Big Match John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it was really good. Edge, he just said simple. I hate you. I hate your face. I hate your shorts. I hate your clothes. I hate everything about you. And then John just talked about how they've been going back and forth, fighting in TLC matches, one-on-one matches, chucking him in the Long Island Sound, him assaulting his father. They told a good story leading up to the Last Man Standing match. I believe it was at Backlash of that year, before John went into his program with the Big Show for a little bit that year, when Big Show chokeslams him through a stage light. Yeah.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. But speaking of matches,
We have the most hipster match picks ever.
I think we have a battle. You know how they have Battle of the Bands? We have Battle of the Match Pick of the Week. So, Mitchell, tell us about yours first.
WCPW, for those of you who have not been watching What Culture Pro Wrestling. Now,
yeah.
Now streaming live on Twitch, because screw you, YouTube. You can suck my balls.
Suck a duck.
Kurt Angle and Joe Hendry put on a classic. Great match. Amazing match. Joe Hendry is someone that I had never heard of until WCPW.
I love Joe Hendry.
And
The
he's
prestigious
amazing.
one.
The prestigious one. This storyline and the storyline leading up to this match and this match and then the tap out and the whole thing was the gunshot that started what has made WCPW one of the indie wrestling promotions with one of the best storylines going on right now.
Shout out to that Internet Championship.
Yeah, the Internet Championship. The Prestige has been great. Prestige has been amazing. The team
Great
that
faction.
they've been building up, destroying the World Cup finals and just making a mockery of it. Like, this was the beginning. Just Joe Hendry, the local hero, was fun, but it didn't have legs. But Joe Hendry is just this utter cock. Is so good, and this was kind of the beginning of it, and it was just great. And Angle can go.
Yeah.
I don't know if Angle will ever not be able to not go. So Angle's just gonna be on fire.
But
the rest of his
YouTube
life.
for taking this away from us and saying that you're going to take action. This is what I have to say to you.
Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing.
Shout out Conor
Fuck
McGregor.
fear, drink beer.
All right, Brandon, tell us about your match pick of the week.
Okay, so this is probably the most hipsters pick we've ever had on the Bullet Cast.
Easier?
And if you would like to believe that WWE, invented the women's revolution of women having competitive great matches,
No, TNA did.
They're just wrong. So don't listen to WWE. They don't know what they're talking about.
Japanese women have been kicking each other's heads off for years.
So we have
It's the dawn of time.
a classic match with Manami Toyota
Peeking the
versus
mic.
Toshio Yamada.
Ooh,
I hope I said those right.
I like that.
IWA title, a hair versus hair match with two women involved.
Ooh.
Great match. I believe it's 1994, but don't quote me on that.
Ooh.
But
into it.
they put on a great match, and there's a great angle at the end where the winner doesn't want to cut the loser's hair. The loser cuts her own hair.
Sounds
a
like
little
the Donald and Vince.
And then the winner, they actually did knock her out and strap her down like they always do in WWE. She took it like a woman, and they let her cut her hair. And the winner cuts her own hair out of respect, and then people have to pin her down because she doesn't want to cut the loser's hair. And some guy actually shaves the loser's head bald.
Wow.
And I have an hour-long match I need to watch with Manami Toyota, one of the greatest woman workers of all time.
Okay.
It's an hour-long match.
Better than Lunge Blaze?
A million times better than Alundra Blaze. The greatest woman worker of all time. Not the greatest wrestler. That'd be
There we
What
go.
about the Fabulous Moolah?
the fabulous. It's all about Mildred Burke. Look at your history, people. When women's wrestling was bigger than men's wrestling, Mildred Burke is the women's goat.
We got all that hipster trash
All
up in
that.
here, guys.
We're still doing that giveaway for that Bullet Club T-shirt. What should the next question be?
Where's Hangman?
Where's Hangman?
Where's Hangman? Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a list.
Best answer. Give us a GPS. We want coordinates.
Yeah, I'll give a list of locations. Click on one.
Just comment or reply.
Or yeah, just reply. Yeah,
And
just
the
talk
best
to us.
question and the best answer wins.
Yeah. Also, send us your information so we can get the shirt out to you, please.
Slide into the DMs.
Please, yeah. So
Our DMs are wide open.
we're gonna tweet the question. Where's Hangman? Give us the best answer, please.
You can slide in there like Liv Morgan or whatever.
I like your face.
Mm-hmm.
All right, follow us on Twitter at BulletCast. That's where that question will be, please. Instagram is the BulletCast, YouTube the BulletCast, Facebook BulletCast, Snapchat BulletCast4 for life. Our email, if you want to email us, bulletcast2 as in the number 2, sweet SWEET at gmail.com. We are on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play,
MySpace.
Tumblr, Postmates,
Tender.
Black people meet.
Christian Mingle,
Plenty of
Farmers
fish.
only.
There's gotta be more.
Tinder.
Grinder.
Squarespace. No, Squarespace. Sorry, I gotta say Grinder. God.
Oh yeah. Okay. I guess that's it. Any other closing remarks?
It's gonna be good.
A lot of wrestling next week for us.
A lot of wrestling next week,
It's gonna be fun.
yes.
It's gonna be good.
We will be in attendance for Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and then, of course,
These two will be.
All Pro Wrestling. I found out Jungle Boy, he has a famous father.
He's got a famous father.
Yeah, Luke Perry.
Oh,
Good
Cool.
for him.
Cool.
good for him. Good for him.
Shout out Jungle
I'll be cheering
Boy.
for you.
But he's not letting that hinder him. He wants to work hard for it. Doesn't
Nice.
want any handouts. I can respect that.
Don't hinder the jungle.
Don't hinder the jungle.
Don't hinder the gender.
Doesn't
Don't
really-
bungle the jungle.
Shout out Jinder Mahal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, there's only one way to end this podcast.
And thanks for being the elite, the elite. Break it down, the elite. Break it down. Block it out, block it out, block it out.
See you guys next time.
Peace.
Goodbye and good night.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.